Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Actually, hold on one second. I actually don't like how this is sitting. And I was going to go live like this, but I said, nope, I'm going to fix it. I needed to sit up. Yes, there we go. There we go. My camera up there is not acting right. So I got to use this camera. But that's okay. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in on tonight. If you've been watching me for some time, you know that I do these things called 21 Day Lives, and I invite you to join me on the 21 Day Live Challenge. And with the 21 Day Live Challenge, I am going live. I'm giving you tips, tools, strategies to help you on your wealth building journey as a business owner, as a woman about your business, men, I know y'all watch me too, as a man about your business. And on tonight, we're going to talk about new connections and new currency. So if you want new money in this quarter and you want new connections and new money in the next year, I encourage you to make new connections. If this is your first time watching me live, my name is Terry Alford. I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist. I specialize in helping business owners build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and leave multi-million dollar legacies. And I am here on tonight to tell you how new connections can lead to new currency. If you are watching me, give me a hello, give me a hey, how you doing? Good evening. Something like that so that I know that you're watching me live. If you catch the replay, type hashtag replay so I know that you are catching the replay because otherwise I won't know that you watched it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the first order of business. If you don't know, I got a love. I can't see who you are, but I thank you very much. I'll have to look it up on my phone. If you don't know, in 20 days, in 20 days, 20 days, 20 days, 20 days, 20 days, I am hosting the inaugural Attract Abundance Conference. And it is going to be a conference that is going to change the game. Now, I actually just got off of two calls, and those calls were with my crew, my conference crew, and my media team. And with my conference crew and media team, would you believe that many of the people that are going to be at the conference and helping me pull all this together, I met them this year? Yeah, this year in 2024. Would you believe my vision for my first conference changed drastically because of someone I met last year? See, every year, every round goes higher and higher because of the connections that are being made. Would you believe that next year in 2025, I have two, not one, but two speaking engagements in front of a room full of my ideal clients, which are doctors and private practitioners? Oh, yes, yes. On next year, because of the connections that I made this year, because of the relationships that I've been strengthening this year. So I come to tell you on tonight that if you want some new money, somebody say new money. Say new money in the comment section. If you want some new money, it may be time for you to have some new connections. You keep trying to get results out of the same people who are giving you the same excuses. But if you meet new people, then you will be able to have a new experience. And so, again, it is time for you to have new connections so that you can have new currency. Would you believe that some of the people who are coming to the Attract Abundance Conference I met this year? I met this year. I met in 2024, and they're like, Terry, I need more. I met you at your Business Women Building Wealth Luncheon. I need more. I heard you speak at this event. I need more. I met you in DC last year. I need more. I met you in Florida last year. I need more. And guess what? Because of those connections that I made, it yielded me new currency. Some of you are thinking that as you get ready to go into this fourth quarter, you don't need any new friends. And I'm here to tell you that's a lie. I'm here to tell you that's a lie. The people that you have been rocking with for the last 5 years, I want you to ask yourself, have they grown? If they have grown, how have they grown? Have you grown in the last 5 years? Are you the friend that you want to be around? If you know that you need to be around other people, then it's time for you to make room for other people to be around you. I know that seems too elementary, but it's the truth. It's time for you to get into some more circles. I'm not saying leave people behind, but they'll fall off if they don't want to come with you. If they don't want to go where you go, and they're going to fall off anyway. I'm encouraging you to get into some new rooms. I'm encouraging you to sit under some new leaders. Not that you need to leave your old leaders, but you need to be exposed to some more things on a higher level. You know why? Because every coach needs a coach. Every teacher needs a teacher. Every preacher needs a preacher. Every pastor needs a pastor. Every doctor needs a doctor. Every lawyer needs a lawyer. So if you are a woman who lead, a man who lead, and you are the smartest person in your circles, it's time for you to get into some more circles. If you are the smartest, the wealthiest, the most responsible, the most accountable, it's time for you to get into some more circles. You need to grow just as much as you're helping everybody else grow. You need to go to the next level just like you're helping everybody else go to the next level. You need somebody to be a friend for you while you out here being a friend for everybody else. You need someone to sponsor your vision while you're sponsoring everybody else's vision. You need someone that's going to walk alongside you and say, sis, I got you. Queen, I got you. Queen, let's do this together. Because guess what? Entrepreneurship can be lonely if you let it be. There's a quote that says it's lonely at the top, but it doesn't have to be. If you're at the top of your field, if you're at the top of your craft, if you're at the top of your company, if you're at the top of your game, it doesn't have to be lonely. Don't psych yourself out and tell yourself that you are the only people or you are the only person that's experiencing what you are experiencing by being at the top. See, people at the top need to be around other top tier people. And if you want new currency, if you want new money going into the fourth quarter, new money going into the next year, you got to make new connections right now. So I am going live to share that with you because I know that there's someone who's watching this live who may have said, you know what, I want to go to the Attract Abundance conference, but she said that she's not selling vendor tables, so I ain't gonna go to there. I'm not going to go to that event. I'm looking for a space where I can have a vendor table. Well, guess what? You have the opportunity to make so much more money by being in the room and attracting abundance using the tips and tools and strategies that we're teaching you over 2 days. You won't need a vendor table at the Attract Abundance Conference because you are the magnet. We're going to teach you how to be the magnet. You're going to practice being the magnet. And then you are going to leave being the magnet so that you can continue to up-level your mindset, your money, and your movement. If you are just now getting introduced to me, if you are new to my space, I have a virtual space. What is that, a peanut? I have a virtual space. As y'all can see, this is not pre-recorded. This is live. This is live. This is raw. This is uncut. This is uncensored. I have a group, and that group is called Business Women Building Wealth. And if you are a businesswoman who wants to build wealth, who don't want to just make money for today, but you want to have a multi-million-dollar legacy, you want to make sure that what you're building is going to be here and be sustainable, and it's going to be here long enough for your children's children, you want to join Business Women Building Wealth. It is a free Facebook community, and you can go to jointerry.com. In that group, we are making connections. In that group, people are making money. In that group, people are getting what they need. And in that group, we have grown from having events that were networking events, having luncheons, to having our first Business Women Building Wealth Conference, also known as the Attract Abundance Conference, because it's about the abundance that we are attracting and the impact that we're going to have with the abundance that we attract. So if you are not a part of the Business Women Building Wealth community, I highly recommend that you go to jointerry.com and get into the group and listen to the things that we're talking about and get connected with the women. We support each other's events. We support what each other is doing. We support each other's social media. Like we bond together. We tired of not getting married. We marry each other, but we tired of not. Today I tied the knot with somebody. So today I got an opportunity to speak with someone, and we actually planned out our strategy to make sure that this nonprofit organization is going to be as great as it could be in 2025. It's going to have money, donors, sponsors, coming from all over the place. Families are going to be impacted from all over the country because of the plan that we put together on today for 2025. But the individual that I met with on today to strategize and to create that game plan, I did not know until this year. I didn't know her when I moved here 10 years ago. As a matter of fact, she's from Memphis and I'm from Memphis. I didn't know her in Memphis. I met her this year. And because of the connection that's made on this year, her organization is going to have more money. And because of the connections that I have with her and through her, my company, TNA Financial Group, is going to have more money too. You know why? Because it's a partnership. It was founded on a relationship. And so because of that partnership, that relationship, that new connection, new currency is going to be coming her way. New currency is going to be coming my way. And then after we had our strategy call on today, I connected her with another woman who's also going to be at the Attract Abundance Conference. I won't say her name, but she's another woman who can actually support her vision and what she's doing in 2025. I said she needs support in this area, and I know that you can support her. So I connected those women, and because of those connections, they're about to get new money on both sides. New connections is what you need in this season in order to have new currency. Somebody say new connections in the comment section. New connections is what you need for new currency. If you think that you are someone who don't need any new friends, you are mistaken. Now you may keep your friend circle small. I'm not saying have 100 friends. What I am saying, though, is you need new connections to bring about new currency. So it is time for you to go out there and build relationships and to network. I had a woman text me today. She said, we've been talking about you. I'm like, who is we? And then I look at the picture. I look at what she was. I was like, oh, you must have been in Austin. Because I know that the person who did this today lives in Austin. And I recognize some people on this picture. She said, yes, and we've been talking about you today. If you want your names to be in more rooms, if you want to be seated at new tables, then you need to make new connections. It's not going to happen with you going to places and you appearing to be unapproachable. So there are some people that walk into spaces like they're better than everybody else in the room. And guess what? You don't attract people like that. You repel people like that. You want to know how I walk into a room and I magnetize that room and I make money in any room that I go in, whether it is that day, that weekend, that month, that season, that quarter, I make money in any room I go in. It's because I'm a magnet. I'm a magnet. And the way that you be a magnet is to have the right mindset, and you have to operate like abundance is already yours. Like, I know I'm going to get some people in this room. I went to an event a few weeks ago. I went to an event. It was a shopping event. I can remember telling a friend of mine, I'm tired. I don't have this on my agenda, but I just know my clients are in that room. My clients are in that room. So I got to go because my clients are in that room. It was a shopping event. It was a luxury shopping event. I said, my clients are in their room. I got to go. I'm tired. It's not on my agenda, but I know I got to go because I heard a voice say my clients are in their room. Well, let me tell y'all about that room. That room that I went to was actually a mall because it was a shopping event. That room that I went into, it was a mall and it was a shopping event. And even though I was like, man, I don't know how I'm going to go to all these places on the same day, I knew my clients were in that room. So I went to that room. And the reason that I went to that room was because someone invited me into that room. I went into the room. I got invited into the space. I talked to a few people, and lo and behold, one of the women that I met in that room became my client on today. This was like a few weeks ago. This was like Actually, technically, this was less than 2 months ago. Not only did she become a client, but her family too. You know why? Because of new connections. So she became a new connection to me through somebody else. And that person became connected to me through somebody else. I met her last year. But because I met her last year and then we start talking, then she said, I'm having a private exclusive event. I'm not posting it everywhere. Only a few people are going to be invited. And I want you to be in the room. I said, okay, well, I will be there. Tired and all. And the reason I say tired and all is because that week I had a lot to do. And I really was like, okay, I'm gonna go. But when I went though, I didn't go with tired energy. No, I went into the room like, hey, I'm so happy to be here. How are y'all doing? What's going on? Now that's not what I said. I actually was pretty quiet when I walked into the room, but my presence alone was enough. Because of the things that I do with my framework, my leads framework, it was enough. I actually wasn't speaking at that event. I didn't have a vendor table at that event. I did it. I wasn't on program at that event. I didn't really know who I was going to meet at that event. I met some people at that event that met me before. I met a woman at that event, to be exact, who said, I met you before. And I was like, where? And it just so happens that she met me last spring at an event that I was speaking at, or she saw me at an event that I was speaking at. We really didn't connect at that event, but she remembered me and we connected again. And guess what? At that event that I'm talking about, where I pretty much converted a person that was in the room into a client, I didn't have a vendor table. I didn't have a vendor table. I wasn't on program, and I still was able to attract abundance in that room. So if you want to know how to attract abundance in that room, in different rooms, and how to have new connections that are going to bring new currency your way, I highly, highly recommend that you buy your ticket to the Attract Abundance Conference. It's happening in 20 days. And in the room, we're not just going to practice, like somebody going to make some money in the room. And some people are saying, like, Terry, I'm not going to the conference because I can't have a table. What do you mean? You don't need a table. Now, the people who have a table, those are my speakers and sponsors. Of course, they have tables. But this is not about to be an event where there's like a sea of tables. There's a sea of vendor tables. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm not knocking anybody else's conference that has that. But my focus is making sure that everybody in the room get what they need to get. And so because of that how we're using our space, how we're using our time is definitely intentional. It's super intentional. Hey, Latora, thank you for watching. Apostle Dupree Jones, Apostle Arlethea, I thank you for being here. She is coming to the Attract Abundance Conference. She's another person who can tell you, I did not know her on last year, but she has been a blessing to me, to my business, to my soul, and she's going to be a blessing to me at the Attract Abundance Conference. You want to know how we got connected? We got connected because we met at an event last year. Both of us were sitting at a table last year around this time, at a table in the back of the room, not in the front of the room. We was in the back of the room. She was at the table, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and I was just like, there is something about you. Like when she introduced herself, I said, there's just something about you. She attracted me to her. I was attracted to her, and she was attracted to me. And guess what? She came to my luncheon in October of last year. She sure did. She sure did. Happy early birthday, Queen. Oh, by the way, I think my aunt's birthday today. Happy Auntie Barinas, if you watching this live or replay. Guess what? You too can have new currency. You can have new currency by having new connections, but you cannot show up like you are better than. You cannot be focused on being unapproachable. You want to be approachable. And I'm not going to give a Bible study on tonight, but I'm going to be real. Even Jesus, the Messiah, the Son of God, was walking around and being approachable. That's how he was able to change lives and impact so many people, so that people were able to share the good news about what he did for them when he was walking on this earth. Right? So guess what? You are trying to have new currency and you're not making new connections. I read a post by a lady today. She said there's a person who has 1 million followers and they were only making $1,000. They had 1 million followers and they were only making $1,000 in their business. Let me say that again. 1 million followers and they were only making $1,000. What are you doing? Well, I can tell you what they're not doing, because if I had 1 million followers, let me tell y'all something. If I had 1 million followers, let's just say, y'all think I'm living my best life. I really would be living my best life if I had 1 million followers. I don't have 1 million followers. One day that may be God's plan, but instead of me focusing on 1 million followers, I would rather have $1 million in funds. But anyway, back to the person. The person has over 1 million followers, and they have a million. I mean, not $1 million. They have $1,000 that they're making in their business. I can tell you what they're not doing. They're not making solid connections. They're not making solid connections, because if they have 1 million followers, they should be converting. They should be getting more money. They should be getting more currency. They should be getting brand deals. They should be getting paid. Let's get paid in this last quarter of 2024 over being popular. It's not about being popular. Y'all think I want to be popular? I don't want to be popular. I want to be paid. You know why I want to be paid? I want to be paid because I can do so much more with currency. And it's not about me. It's not about me. I want to be able to have more money so I can do more things for the kingdom. I want to be able to have more money so when I do have children, I can help them become a millionaire before they retire. I can help them be a billionaire before they retire. I can make sure that they never have student loans. I can make sure that that whatever it is that they aspire to be, they can be that thing. If they want to be a doctor, they don't have to have $200,000 in medical school debt. So I say again, if you want new money, I sound like I'm from Memphis because I am. If you want new money, if you want new currency, it is time for you to make new connections. I'm not talking about just exchanging a business card. I'm talking about actually getting to know them. When you connect with somebody, you get to know more than their name and their phone number and their email. You get to know more about them. You get to know, do they have any children? Do they have any grandchildren? You get to know, well, in my industry, how old do you want to be when you retire? Are you retired? Is this a second career for you? Is this a passion project, or are you a business owner because you want to make money? Are you retired and working, or are you retired and you are serving because you don't have to work? Are you working because you have to take care of a grandchild because that grandchild's mother may be in jail or in prison or deceased? So now you have adopted your grandchild. Like, when you make connections with people, you are going deeper than what you see on a business card. You're going deeper than what's on the surface. You get to know, like, what really is going to help them be the best version of themselves. What do they want? There's a quote that says, if you help enough people get what they want, then you will get what you want. That's what humility is about. Humility is about you thinking of others. You making it be about others. That's what entrepreneurship is about. It is about you solving a problem for profit. Yes, you need to make a profit because you need to be able to live, right? And it does not do God any good for you to be living in lack. Okay, it don't do him any good. It don't bring any glory to his name for you to be living in lack until you're not living in lack anymore. Okay. So let me tell you this. You are supposed to have wealth and luxury. Even in Proverbs, it says that the wise have wealth and luxury, but the fool spends whatever he gets, whatever she gets. So if you are around those people who have a lack mindset all the time, and you submerge yourself in their words, you are going to continue to have a lack mindset. But if you are around people who have an abundant mindset, you are going to show up abundantly. You are going to attract the things that you really, really want. So that is another reason why you need to be at the Attract Abundance Conference. I'm not going to call this woman out, but there's a woman who sent me a message today. And in her message, she said, I really am experiencing FOMO right now, but I don't know how I'm going to make getting a ticket work. Like, I really want to be at the event, but I don't see how I can make it work because I have all of these expenses. I have all of these bills. I have all of this debt. I said, lady, if you want it, you gonna get it. If you want it, you are going to get it. If you do not have the funds, you can get a sponsor. You better bet those pretty eyelashes and say, I am looking to go to the Attract Abundance Conference because I am ready to take my business to the next level. And I am looking for a sponsor. You can get a family member to sponsor you. You can get a friend to sponsor you if you know that you need to be in the room. And for those of you who have 6, 7, 8-figure businesses, guess what? You can sponsor somebody to be in the room, or you can be in the room. Don't think that this is just for aspiring entrepreneurs or this is just for beginning entrepreneurs. No, we got millionaires and multimillionaires that will be in the room. As a matter of fact, when registration is done, I have actually asked people where they are in their business. So I know there is a good amount of women in the room who are making 6 figures. As a matter of fact, there are more women who are going to be in the room that are making 6 figures than not. And there are a few women in the room who are making 7 figures, and that's annually. Okay, that's annually. So not everybody who's coming to the conference is going to need a sponsor. But for those of you who do, get the sponsor. For those of you who are not in a position to pay for the ticket outright, like immediately, you use Afterpay. I got an Afterpay link for you, because you can actually recoup your investment by being in the room, even though you won't have a vendor table. As a matter of fact, some of y'all need to put the vendor tables up because you don't know how to convert with the vendor table. Some of you don't need to run ads on Facebook or Instagram because you don't know how to convert with the ads on Instagram. Some of you need to be at the Attract Abundance Conference because you need to learn how to build relationships. You need to learn how to convert. You need to learn how to create new connections that's going to give you new currency. At the Attract Abundance Conference, we're focusing on how to attract abundance. I'm going to teach you my leads framework. I'm going to teach you my sales framework. I'm also going to teach you what to do with the abundance that you attract along with my expert lineup. I'm going to help you with your tax planning, your estate planning, your benefits planning for those of you who have a team. All of that is going to be talked about in the room at the Attract Abundance Conference. So if you have not gotten your tickets, you can go to attractabundanceconference.com. You can read more about the event there. We are going to be in Frisco, Texas on Thursday night. The VIP reception is going to be a private event for VIP only. Okay, that's going to be from 6 to 8, and then from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Friday, we are going to have the first full day of the Attract Abundance Conference. So if you do work, well, if you're an entrepreneur, you work multiple days throughout the week. So if Friday is not your CEO day, then that Friday, you need to make it your CEO day. You need to make October 25th a CEO day and take that day off on your calendar and come to the Attract Abundance Conference. And then also make sure on Saturday you have a babysitter or whatever you need, because on Saturday, we're going to be there from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. attracting abundance and learning how to have a greater impact with the abundance that we attract. Y'all, it's going to be some people in the room that y'all don't even know are coming yet. I just haven't been able to post all the banners and flyers and stuff of the attendees, it's gonna be some people in the room that you may be like, dang, I need to meet that person. Well, guess what? Gotta get your ticket because they'll be at the Attract Abundance Conference. And you may meet your next business partner, your next client, your next business coach. You may actually discover some things in that room that you didn't even know existed. You may even discover a new way to do business, or you may actually get confirmation that the way you've been doing business is the right way. New connections equals new currency. I thank you so much for watching this live on tonight. Again, if you're watching the replay, type hashtag replay. If you found this video to be educational, inspirational, or motivational, please put that word in the comment section. If you know someone needs to hear this, share this video with them. If you know they need to be at the Attract Abundance Conference, share the video, share the flyer, share the information with them, because it is going to be a transformative event. It's going to be incredible. We're going to have a good time. We're going to eat good. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to dance good. We're going to learn good. I know y'all are like, why is she saying good? It's going to be fantastic, though. For real. Incredible. Consider yourself worthy. You are a worthy one. You are worth the investment. Make sure you get your ticket to the Attract Abundance Conference 2024. My name is Terry Alford. I'm known as the Women's Wealth Strategist, and I specialize in helping you become your own bank and build six-figure retirement streams over six-figure retirement dreams. Have a good night, everybody.